So, yeah. Hi guys, we are starting the meeting and a very good evening to everyone. I know ये टाइम बहुत ही आपका प्रीशियस होने वाला है एंड बहुत टाइम नहीं बचा है अभी हम आपके पास कल के एग्जाम के लिए. सो सबसे पहले विश यू ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट. एंड अभी का जो सेशन होने वाला है उसमें मैं आपको कुछ बहुत ज्यादा तो नहीं कि क्या लेके जाना है कैसे लेके जाना है, बट यस एक एग्जाम कैसे अटेंड करना डेफिनेटली शेयर करने वाली हूँ. सो सबसे पहले हम कुछ चीजें शेयर करेंगे एंड आफ्टर दैट आपके जो भी डाउट्स हो इन बिटवीन भी, इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरीज यू कैन क्लियरली आस्क. सो डोंट हेजिटेट, आप कुछ भी पूछ सकते हो, क्लियरली पूछ सकते हो एंड वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट दिस सेशन. सो या just a minute, few students are still joining. Okay, so finally we are starting. तो सबसे पहले तो ये है कि आपका पेपर पैटर्न आपको पता है, लेकिन आपको किस चीज पे फोकस करना है और पेपर को स्टार्ट कैसे करना है. आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विथ वन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट जो आप में से कुछ लोगों को पता भी होगा. सॉरी गाइस, देयर वाज अ नेटवर्क इशू. यस, सो आई वाज सेइंग कोई भी ऑब्जेक्टिव एग्जाम होता है उसमें 3 टाइप में जितने भी क्वेश्चंस होते हैं इनको इक्वली प्रोपोर्शन में डिवाइड किया जाता है. सो प्रोपोर्शन इज लाइक कौन सा आपका मीडियम पोर्शन होता है, इजी पोर्शन होता है एंड डिफिकल्ट पोर्शन भी होता है. सो उस वे में आपका पूरा पेपर डिवाइड किया जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम जीपैट की बात करते हैं, अगर आपके 125 क्वेश्चंस हैं तो यहाँ पे भी आपके क्वेश्चंस डिवाइड होंगे. फ्यू क्वेश्चन विल बी इजी, फ्यू क्वेश्चन विल बी डिफिकल्ट एंड फ्यू क्वेश्चन विल बी ऑफ मीडियम लेवल. सो उसमें आपको बिल्कुल भी घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है कि इसी बेसिस पे ही एक स्टूडेंट पेपर डिसाइड कर लेता है कि ये पेपर इजी आने वाला है, इजी है या फिर डिफिकल्ट है. लेट मी गिव यू एग्जांपल. सपोज आपके पास पेपर आया, ऑन स्क्रीन आपके पास पेपर है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 आपको वो क्वेश्चन आता है, राइट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 आपको वो क्वेश्चन भी आता है. इसी तरह से इफ यू कीप ऑन मूविंग, अगर आपको क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 तक का क्वेश्चंस आते हैं तो आपका माइंड आपको एक रिस्पॉन्स करता है कि हाँ सब कुछ सही जा रहा है एंड वी कैन डू इट, पेपर इज इजी. और इसी तरह से आपको ये पता चलता है पेपर इजी है, बट एक्चुअली वो पेपर उस टाइम नहीं डिसाइड कर सकते आप कि पेपर इजी है या पेपर डिफिकल्ट है, बिकॉज पेपर में 3 प्रोपोर्शन होते हैं. तो देयर माइट चांसेस कि जो इजी वाला प्रोपोर्शन है वो आपके पास आ चुका है पहले, राइट. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि पूरा पेपर इजी होगा. इसी तरह से अगर आपके पास डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 कुछ ऐसा आता है जो आपको देख के ही लगता है ये क्या आ गया, ये तो एकदम ही आउट ऑफ सिलेबस है, इन दैट केस इट रियली डजंट मीन कि पूरा पेपर डिफिकल्ट है. तो ये बात बताने का मोटिव ये है कि आपके पास चाहे इजी क्वेश्चन आए, इजी इन द सेंस आपको आता हो और आपको लगे तो बहुत ही छोटा सा बिल्कुल सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, दैट डजंट मीन कि पेपर इजी है. और अगर बहुत डिफिकल्ट है दैट डजंट मीन कि पेपर टफ है. इसको कैसे आप डिसाइड करोगे, लेट मी टेल यू. तो 3 पार्ट में पेपर है. आपको सबसे पहले क्या करना है, फर्स्ट स्टेप है, मैं आपको साथ स्ट्रैटेजीज एंड टिप्स शेयर करने जा रही हूँ. इफ पॉसिबल आप अपने साथ नोटबुक लेके बैठो, एक छोटा सा पेपर लेके बैठो, बिकॉज अगर आप ये कुछ 4 to 5 पॉइंट्स कल मॉर्निंग में एक बार देख के चले जाओगे तो आपका माइंड आपको खुद इस चीज की इंस्ट्रक्शन देने वाला है. सो फर्स्ट थिंग इज, सबसे पहले अपना एम डिसाइड करो. हर बच्चे का एम अलग होता है. अगर मैं किसी स्टूडेंट से बात करूं वो बोलेगा आई वांट टू बी अ रैंकर. कोई स्टूडेंट बोल सकता है मैं तो बस सिर्फ क्वालिफाई होना चाहता हूँ. कोई बोलेगा मैं टॉप 10 में आना चाहता हूँ. कोई बोलेगा मैं टॉप 50 में आना चाहता हूँ. कोई बोल सकता है कि मैं 100, अंडर 500, अंडर 1000 और आई जस्ट वांट टू गेट क्वालिफाई. इस तरह से सबके अपने अपने एम्स होते हैं. सो आपको किसी और के एम को बिल्कुल भी लुकआउट नहीं करना है, आपको अपना एम डिसाइड करना है. आप अपना अपना लेवल अपने आप डिसाइड करो कि आपको क्या करना है और आप बेटर जानते हो. आपको ये चीज किसी से पूछने की जरूरत नहीं है. यू बेटर नो कि किस तरह से आपने प्रिपरेशन की है और आपका एम क्या है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर किसी स्टूडेंट ने रिसेंटली प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट किया, वो बोल सकता है मैं सिर्फ क्वालिफाई होना चाहता हूँ, मेरा ये एम है. तो अगर आप कोई स्टूडेंट ऐसा है, मैं सारे केसेस 1 by 1 आई विल पिक. इन द केस अगर कोई स्टूडेंट सिर्फ और सिर्फ क्वालिफाई करना चाहता है, उस केस में आपको जो नंबर अपने माइंड में सेट करना है, मैंने क्या बोला, फर्स्ट स्टेप इज टू डिसाइड अ नंबर, राइट. तो आपको अपने माइंड में जो नंबर सेट करना है वो नंबर आपका कट ऑफ के आसपास होना चाहिए. अब अगर बात करें तो लास्ट ईयर की कट ऑफ थी 163, हम उसके नीचे नहीं जा सकते बिकॉज वी कांट टेक अ रिस्क। अगर उसके ऊपर कट ऑफ चली गई तो हमारा तो डायरेक्ट 1 ईयर लॉस है, वो वी कांट अफोर्ड, राइट। तो इन दिस केस आपको 163 के ऊपर का नंबर लेना पड़ेगा। आई वुड सजेस्ट 180 आप पिक करो, अगर कोई ऐसा स्टूडेंट है जो सिर्फ क्वालिफाई होना चाहता है। अगर आप 180 मार्क्स के लिए टारगेट करते हो, नाउ यू बेटर नो कि आपको कितने क्वेश्चन अटेंड करने हैं, राइट। इट्स ओनली 45 क्वेश्चन, ओनली 45। सुनने में लग रहा होगा दिस इज नॉट ओनली, बट इट्स रियली ओनली, बिकॉज जस्ट अ मिनट, या इट्स ओनली 45। व्हाई? बिकॉज अगर आप ये सोचो कि आप कॉलेज में जा रहे हो, आप इस एग्जाम को एक वॉर की तरह मत लो, एक पॉइंट ऑफ लाइफ की तरह मत लो। टेक इट इजी, बिकॉज हर चीज का टाइम अलग होता है। कल आपका एग्जाम है, यू जस्ट नीड टू थिंक आप अपना सेमेस्टर एग्जाम देने जा रहे हो, आपको पता है आप सेमेस्टर में ऑन एन एवरेज कितना स्कोर करते हो, और उसके बेसिस पे अगर मैं आपको बोलूं आपके पास 125 क्वेश्चन की चॉइस है, उसमें से आपको सिर्फ 50 क्वेश्चन अटेंड करने हैं। अगर आपके कॉलेज के टीचर्स आपसे ये बात बोले तो यू विल बी हैप्पी, राइट, कि 125 क्वेश्चन में से ओनली 50, वी हैव मोर देन डबल चॉइस। सिमिलरली आप यहाँ पे अपने माइंड को प्रैक्टिकली सेट करो। If you will set your mind practically, it will really instruct you how to move. Like you will have double choice. So this is really not at all difficult to solve 50 questions out of 125. And now the first step is done. What was the first step? To set your aim, and the second was to set a number. So now you have your aim that you just want to qualify, and you have your number that you have to pick only 45 questions. After taking 45 questions, you just need to, let me share screen with you because it is really not difficult. Just give me a second. I'm going to share with you the pattern, like how the question is divided. How many questions from which subject? I hope you must have seen it, but still, see, from pharmaceutical chemistry, there will be 38 questions. So directly 152 marks. Now we can't take it. We can't take it the exact number that out of 38 you can do all the 38 questions from chemistry. So let's take a number 30, right? After that, pharmaceutics. If you are doing 30 questions from chemistry, pharmaceutical chemistry, that is really a good number. But this is not a core subject or not a favorite subject for everyone. So any student may have favorite subject as Cutics and a weak subject as chemistry. If it is, there is nothing to. If anyone wants to ask anything, they can either unmute or, yeah, sure. Okay, I'm trying. Okay, I will speak in English. No issue. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah. So from pharmaceutics.
Could you say explain in English, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm explaining in English. Thank you for letting me know.
We are unable to understand the Hindi, ma'am.
Sorry. Yeah, earlier conversation was in Hindi. Now it will be in English only.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So if any student has fear with chemistry, really do not need to worry. You have still 2 to 3 subjects: pharmaceutics, pharmacognosy, and pharmacology. So from pharmacognosy, it is going to, from pharmacognosy, it's 10 questions, and from pharmaceutics, it's 38. Now, pharmaceutics is not at all a difficult subject. Even 98% students find it easy. So if you take 35 questions from pharmaceutics and either 20 questions from pharmaceutical chemistry and 10 questions from pharmacology, it will be very easy for you to achieve the number. Either it's 45 or it's 50 or it's 60. So this is not at all going to be difficult. You just need to prepare your mind and you just need to set a number in your mind. Just set a number. It will really help you. So first number is 50 for qualifying student. For rankers, it could be 70. We are talking about number of questions, right? So it could be 70 for a ranker. For a qualifier, it will be 45 to 50. And for a mediocre who just want to be under 500 or under 1000, it could be like 55, 60, something like that. But I would suggest do not attempt more than 80 questions. I'm again and again taking each and every number very seriously, and you should really mark it well, because these number will actually instruct you to where to stop, where you have to stop while attending the paper, and where you have to continue. So this was the first thing. Now there are few more steps I will share with you. Yeah, move accordingly. After attending the paper, now you have a window. See, this kind of window you will be having. Today on call, I was having call with many students, and they all were so confused that how we got to know. So this is the window you will get. You can see the color coding. The gray color is showing not visited. The red color is showing not answered. Not answered means you have seen the question, but you didn't answer it. The green question is showing you have answered the question. Green mark doesn't mean that your answer is correct. It only means you have answered the question, right? And this blue purple mark is showing marked for review, or earlier this option was known as flagged. So you just need to flag a question. Mark for review is something you have seen question, but you are not sure about it. You feel that two options are correct, and you are confused in between two options. And right now, this is not right time for you to attend that question. So in this case, you are marking it for review, that after completing my paper, after checking my status, I will attend this question. So this mark is playing very important role. Mind my word that marking for review doesn't mean that you have attended or unattended. It won't count +4 marks. It won't count -1 marks. This is nothing but just for review. Then when you will, suppose you are done with the question number 60 to 70, after that you want to review the question. So you will again click on this mark for review, and you will answer this question. So this color coding, the last one, where a green dot is there over the purple sign, purple circle, this means that this question was marked for review, but now it will be considered for evaluation. So this color coding is going to be very, very important. If you will see this bar first time at the computer screen in your hall, then it may take you to understand around 10 minutes, right? But now I have presented it over here. Just mark these words. Just mark these words, mark these colors in your mind, and move accordingly. So we were talking about the steps. Now steps is, yeah. Once you are done with the question number 125, now you are done with all the color coding. What next step is, you need to count the green bars. You need to count the green bars. How many green question is there? That shows how many question you have attended, and those questions will definitely be your sure shot question. That means you didn't take risk for those questions, right? So after counting your green bar, now this is time to decide whether you have to take the risk or not. Why I'm asking about risk? Because if your counting stops at 30, suppose you are confident just only 30 question, right? Just only on 30 question, that clearly showing that no one is going to qualify. No, not no one exactly, but the 30 question mark is not up to the mark level. So that student is not going to qualify. In that case, he or she has to take risk to qualify. So I would suggest take the risk of 10 to 15 question, not more than that, but 10 to 15 question. It may drag you to the cutoff marks. So this is the strategy. If your question, if your green mark is reaching to your decided number, suppose you decided the number 50 question. If it is reaching to 50, stop the paper there itself. No need to review the question you have marked, because in this case there would be chances of getting the question negative, and it will be counted as your negative marking. So if you are reaching question 50 correct question, that is clearly showing that you are scoring 200 marks. And I can assure you, if anyone is scoring 200 marks, GPAT cutoff can't go beyond that. That is my assurance. So you just need to stop it at that point only. After that, you do not need to review the mark for review question, else it may lead you to the negative marking thing. So these are the 3 steps. Now you can see I have mentioned that steps balanced confidence. Why it is balanced confidence? Because I said paper is divided into 3 parts. Easy, medium and difficult. Suppose you found the easy part earlier, right? And now you will feel paper is too easier, I can go ahead very well. Now I am much more confident. In this situation, a student becomes overconfident, and suddenly when hard part or difficult part comes, a student's mind said itself orient itself into in a way that everything is easy. Why? Because paper is easy. Just a minute. Yeah. So in this case, student do not need to be overconfident at all, because if you found the easy part earlier, that doesn't mean the whole paper is easy. So that is overconfidence, where you have to have control on your emotional question. Next is difficult. Suppose you found first question number 1, oh really, I really don't know from which subject it belongs. Question number 2, the same scenario. Question number 3, the same scenario. So don't lose your confidence at that stage, because if you are not having your type of question, that is indication that your type of question is yet to come. That simply means that if you are not getting any answer, that simply means this question is from hard portion, and easy and medium portion is still yet to come. So you need to keep your mind in a practical way and not emotional way. Once you lose your emotional thing, at that moment you will lose everything. So be confident. Like everyone is saying be confident, but confidence is related to your emotion. If you find the question paper easy, if you find the first portion easy, don't take it very easy, and be like have control on your emotions. Next thing I told you regarding the difficult to there was a case when a student, this was my own personal experience, I'm sharing with you all. This is experience of last year only. One student was very well prepared for the exam, very well prepared. She prepared from 3 to 4 academies. She was done with all the materials. Everything was perfectly okay, and we were expecting her having a good rank. But during exam, what happened? She just nervous, and the point she started getting nervous, immediately after that she lost all her consciousness, and it took her 30 minutes to get back to that stage. And after that, you can understand and imagine the situation. The nearby people also get distracted. That person has already lost her consciousness, and the whole objective, the whole year preparation has already gone into vain. So there is no meaning of getting nervous. This is just an exam. Take it as your semester exam. Immediately you are feeling, you start feeling nervous, just pinch yourself. My next tip for you is just pinch yourself, and that's how you need to balance your emotion. Don't be greedy. And yes, one more thing, don't regret for any question, and don't think like let it be. Here again the two extremes are there. There's one kind of a student who will take let it be, dekha jayega jo hoga, let it be. We are not serious about it, because starting 10 question he has done wrong. So don't take it in that way. Don't take the situation, be like let it be, right? And if you have attended, so don't regret. You just need to be practical during whole exam. Just keep yourself practical and train your mind not to be getting emotional just for 3 hours. And yes, 3 hours is more than sufficient time for 125 question. Many of you must have attended many mock tests, many test series, and like a lot of stuff you must have been going through, right? So now you have experienced that 3 hours to solve 125 question is more than sufficient. In this case, हिंदी में बोलिए. Okay, actually, because there are students from across India, so they are having problem in understanding Hindi. That's why I'll take each and every question, guys. Just let me complete my tips and strategies. I have received many questions. I'll definitely take each and every question, and after that only we'll end up the session. So I was saying that now you have practiced much and you know that 3 hours are really more than sufficient. So read the question twice, not only question but the options too. Because once, suppose you have read the question and now you feel, I know this topic, I know this part, but you won't read the option very carefully. So don't do that thing. Read each and every question twice, then attend. Then the third tip is mind my words. Mind my words means whatever I am saying, mind those. And apart from those words, these are few very you can say role playing words, because when you are attending paper, it is very likely to happen that you miss the word not in question. If it is not in caps lock, you can miss the word except, true, and sometimes the question twists itself in a way that which of the following is not true. Not true means what? False. So if you receive any these kind of any words, first step is to just to decode the sentence. Decode it. It is very easy. This is just English part. Decode means if they are asking which of the following is not true, that what does it mean not true? Because why they are using these words? Because they know that this true word will hit the mind of a student. That's why they are using it to twist you. So first step in this case is to decode the question. Not true is simply means false, right? Now you have your own question statement, that which of the following statement is false. It will be very easy. It is going to be very easy for you to solve this now. So yeah, I was talking about emotional thing. So yes, again I'm saying, whenever you feel like, oh, I shall attend this question, I am going to attend this question, immediately pinch yourself. Don't be greedy. This pinch yourself will really just try it tomorrow. I'm really assuring you, try it tomorrow. It is going to help you definitely. So I'm telling you what happens generally. While you are attending the paper, you will keep on taking. If you are taking it lightly, you will keep on taking. If you are taking it too seriously, you may miss the question even you know. So take it practically, and whenever you feel like, I know two options but there are two options which I don't know, in this case what shall I do? So if you get this situation, just pinch yourself and stop yourself to take the risk. You do not need to do this. This pinching is going to really help you in many situations. The first situation is emotional stability. The second situation, it will really help you to stop taking the unnecessary risk. You can take the risk after counting your green bars. Only after you can take the risk. Before, while attending the paper, while going through the paper, you can't take risk. So mind my word, it like otherwise it is going to increase your negative marks, and ultimately the whole preparation will go into vain. You just need to have emotional stability on yourself. And again I'm saying, I'm again and again using emotional. Everyone is using confidence word. I am using the word emotional because it really plays a good role. If you are emotionally controlled, no one can shake you. Even not a single question can shake you. So we have discussed about this thing, which is going to save your around 10 minutes tomorrow. Don't be nervous. Just have have a look on this screen once again. This bar is like, if you will read it for the first time, it is going to take around your 10 minutes. So read it here only. This will be kind of a screen. Here your name would be there. Examination name would be either UGC NET or GPAT. Then remaining time, mind that I'm suggesting you not to look at the time, because you will have sufficient time. 3 hours is more than sufficient. You will have one question per screen. Here you can see save and next. Save and next means after selecting the option, you can save it and go to the next question. Then save and mark for review. Save and mark for review means this purple sign. Then mark for review. is next, mark for review and next, then almost these are same, right? So this will be your screen. Now, if I come to this part, reservation system, which really plays a crucial role. I really didn't want to take this at this moment, but I know this is the crude fact and a benefit to students also. So take it seriously. General students are clearly having 50% reservation, right? Because if you roughly if you calculate this part, 50% is reserved to scheduled caste, 77.5% is for ST, 27% is for OBC. So general after calculating all this, and 10% if you take for general EWS category, which is new now, last year only it emerged. So around approx 50% reservation, 50% is for open category, and this is the reservation system. This is a crude fact you have to keep into mind, but don't go into reservation system. I would suggest like be it from where you belong, all does really don't matter, but yes, keep your number in your mind. Don't feel that I am SC, so I have to score less than general. Don't be in that way, because you never know. Sometimes there were times when OBC and general were having the same cutoff, ST having very less, SC having mediocre. So you really don't know about the cutoff. They have only given you the percentage in number system, but they didn't give any data related to cutoff, right? So you really, not even a single student can predict that I am SC, ST or OBC or general, so I should achieve or score this much marks to qualify. So set a proper number and don't set a number by your reservation system. This is very, very important point. Don't set a number in your mind. So this is all I want to share it. So yeah, now give me a minute. Yeah, now I'm going to take the queries. Okay, so it's time to take the queries. Voice is breaking. Am I audible to everyone? Please, anyone can say if am I audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay. Thank you. Can you retalk the computer skin function color coding? Okay. In case of doubt between two options, should we take a guess or should we leave it? I would suggest you to leave it first and mark it for review. Here, elimination approach is being used, but don't use it in earlier phase. I have told you the steps that set a number, attend only those questions in which you are 200% sure. Third step is calculate the green bar. The green bar will show how many questions you have attended in which you are sure. If that number is matching to your mindset number, then just leave it. If that number is not matching your mindset number, if it is lower than that, in that case, you should attend it. You have to take the risk, else you need to leave it, because there is no meaning of taking unnecessary risk. It will only lead to negative marks. I hope it is clear to all. So it's not like that whether you have to attend it or you have to leave it. It based on the situation, whether you are achieving that mindset number or not. On that situation, on the basis of that situation, you can take this decision. Ma'am, for qualifying, exactly 45 question is enough. Yes, I can suggest you it is really enough to just to qualify, but that doesn't mean this means those 45 questions must be accurately correct. It should not contain the negative. That doesn't mean you are attending the question number 1 to 45 only and the rest paper you are leaving, or you are attending only 45 questions. So if you are talking about 45 questions, those 45 questions must be correct. And if it is, yes, that is damn sure it is enough to qualify. Yes, I think from team, one member have answered regarding the risk taking. What is the exact number of question for qualifying? Alicia, I have already told, if you take the number between 45 to 50, it is really very easy. this is the exact range. I won't say the exact number, but it would be the exact range, that is 45 to 50. If you attend the question in between, yes, I can assure you, you can very well qualify. Can you help in controlling your, yeah, just a minute. If anyone is having any doubt, then you can clearly ask either by unmuting your mic, or you can put the message. One of our team member asked you to not put message during that session, but now I request you to put your doubt, and we'll handle your query. Yeah. Shambhavi is asking, we should keep our goal from 50 to 60. Shambhavi, I'm again saying, if your goal, if your aim is to be under 1000, then 50 to 60 is a good number. If your aim is just to qualify, then 45 to 50 is a good number. If your aim is to become a ranker, in this case 670 to 80 is a good number of question you should attend. Anyone, depending on your goal. So these are the ranges. So qualifying is 50, 45 to 50. Under 1000, it's 50 to 60. Under 500, 65, and so on. So if you take for ranker, like for under 10, under 50, in that case, a student must attend around 90 questions. But this is not for everyone. Don't take it too seriously. This number is just for those students who are damn sure that they are going to be under 10 or under 50. मैम पेपर देते समय हमें लगता है कि ये सही है फर्स्ट राउंड में, लेकिन बाद में पता चलता है कि गलत हुआ. यहाँ तो विकी, यहाँ तो बाद वाला कोई सीन ही नहीं है. So in case you feel like this, don't attend that question. Don't take risk, because if you are taking risk, that is clearly showing a year loss. Don't go for it. At that moment, you won't get that. You won't understand that thing. But when the result will come, then you will realize it. So don't be greedy while attending the paper. And yes, again and again, I'm saying, don't go for that question in which two options are correct and like you are unsure about two options. You must go through the correct questions only. And if you are taking risk, then you can use this. I studied college and in half of industrial pharmacy and physical pharmacy of Sutix. Right now, I think I forgot everything. I don't know what to do. I'm worried a lot. Can you please tell me? Shivam, don't worry at all. See, no one, not even a single human can study everything in a single day, and not even a single human can forget everything in a single day. So this is a very scientific fact that you are not going to forget anything. Whatever you have studied, that is into your mind. And you need to be confident. It is in your mind, and yes, I am sure you are prepared well, because if you are saying industrial pharmacy, ecology, and like these are the core subjects. If you have it studied and if you only attend these questions, so 38 plus 38, it is going to more than 70 questions, right? So this simply shows out of 125 questions, if you have prepared only two questions, only this two portion, then you have more than 60 to 70 questions. And if you are targeting to qualify, you can simply attend 45 questions simply. And really don't worry. Many students must be feeling that I am forgetting and I really don't know anything. So this is the point of starting point of getting nervous. Right now, pinch yourself right now and try it. And just say, I know everything. I can't forget anything just in a single night. This is a crude fact. You have to accept it. So really don't worry. Yeah. My voice is too low, guys. Is my voice is really low, or am I audible to everyone? Please, anyone.
You're audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You're audible, ma'am. You're audible. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. मेरे को भी लग रहा है कि मैं सब भूल गया हूँ. See, don't support other student in a way कि मैं भी भूल गया हूँ, because ultimately it will create that environment only. You all should say, हमें सब आता है, we can do it. Create a positive aura around yourself. Don't be negative. Don't support in negativity. This is the difference of one night only. Tomorrow you are going to have exam and you have to have positive thoughts in your mind right now. So yes, just speak. You all have muted your call. Still, just speak wherever you are that I can do it. I have studied it. I have read the pharmacy subjects since first year. So it's been 4 years to me in the pharmacy. So you really know. Trust me and trust yourself. You really know and you can't forget. No one can forget everything in a single night. That is not possible. कोई टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, किसी को भी कोई टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी रियली इजी ही होने वाला है. पेपर डिफिकल्ट नहीं होता है कोई भी. और ये कोविड की सिचुएशन चल रही है. एवरीवन वांट्स एडमिशन नाउ. इफ आई कम टू वेरी प्रैक्टिकल पार्ट ऑफ एकेडमिक्स, हर कॉलेज को एडमिशन चाहिए. आप सब जानते हो, हर कॉलेज को एडमिशन चाहिए, हर कॉलेज को बच्चे चाहिए. कोविड की वजह से कितना लॉस हुआ है. एवरीवन नोज पेपर इज नॉट गोइंग टू डिफिकल्ट. Trust me, paper is not going to difficult. You all can easily get qualified. And the main thing in GPAT, there is no seat limits. There is no number limit. It is based on the cutoff marks, and cutoff marks is based on the level of difficulty of paper and number of students attending the paper, right? That doesn't mean that only 2,000 students will qualify, only 3,000 students will qualify. That is not like that. So you can qualify. And आपको ये बिल्कुल भी नहीं सोचना है कि इसने इतना पढ़ा है, मैंने इतना पढ़ा है, ये हो जाएगा, मैं नहीं होऊंगा. सबके लिए इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी है. आपको बस वो कट ऑफ हिट करनी है एंड यू विल बी इन. इट्स अ बिग हॉल विदाउट एनी सीट लिमिट. देयर इज नो लिमिटेड सीट. बहुत स्पेस है. आप एंटर करो, बस बिंदास एंटर करो. कुछ टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. If you are in a confusion and think that both options are correct, then what to do? Just attend your short question. After that, if your marks are not reaching up to that level, only then you should attend. Otherwise, leave it. पहले risk मत लो. If you are thinking that, then mark it for review and later on you can view it. Ma'am, if we select any answer and we realize that it's wrong, can we clear? Yes, there is option of clear. Let me show you. I'm not sure whether you have seen it or not. Just give me a minute. See, this type of window will be there, and here you can see just beside save and next button there is the option of clear. So if you have selected any option by mistake, you can clear it. There's nothing to worry about. All options and all possibilities are given there. मैम, मैंने फिजिकल इंडस्ट्री कॉलेजी हाफ 5 बार रिवाइज कर चुका हूँ, फिर भी भूल गया हूँ. विक्की, आप नहीं भूले हो. You can't forget it. If I give you the paper, you can really solve it. It's just your mind is asking you to forget. Just pinch yourself and ask yourself that I know everything. आज भूल गया हूँ, कल याद आ जाएगा. सो आज की रात सबकी ऐसे जाने वाली है. आई एम अगेन एंड अगेन सेइंग, अपने माइंड में नेगेटिव थॉट्स मत आने दो, बिकॉज इट विल गोइंग टू हिट यू. एक बार आपकी ब्रेन ने नर्वसनेस का पॉइंट अगर पकड़ लिया, उसको कंट्रोल करना आपके हाथ में नहीं है. इसलिए जैसे ही वो स्टार्ट हो, पिंच योरसेल्फ इमीडिएटली एंड अपने माइंड को बोलो, मुझे आता है, I can do it. And you really can do it. This is something very practical, very psychological, and nothing like in that way. Everyone is saying that at this time cutoff will high and feel depressed. Don't feel depressed. No one can predict cutoff. Be practical in every situation. Don't mark everyone's words. Even don't mark all of my words, because if I am assuring anything means without seeing, without watching the paper, if I am assuring anything, that I may be wrong. So don't take everyone's words. कोई आपको बोल रहा है कि होगा, कोई बिना पेपर देखे आपको कैसे बोल सकता है कि कट ऑफ हाई जाएगी या कट ऑफ लो जाएगी? अगर प्रिडिक्शन होती भी है, वो कल के बाद पता चलेगा. In 2020, everyone was predicting the cutoff would be 145 around, or it would be low. But what happened? It was 163. It was the first time in entire 8 to 10 years when the cutoff was 163. So all the prediction went into vain, right? There was nothing correct about it. So don't take everyone's words. It's all about the final outcome, which is not in your hand. What is in your hand for tomorrow? It's to attend maximum number of question, and that's all. So don't fill your mind with everyone's word. This is just time where you should take me time. Me time, just spend time with yourself. Keep pinching yourself that you can do it. Whenever you are pinching yourself, just speak up. You can do it. You have studied and you can really do it. कुछ मत पढ़ो. अब मैं सुबह से नहीं पढ़ रहा, 3 बज गए. ओके रियली अब कुछ मत पढ़ो, अब मत पढ़ो, बस हो गया जितना हो गया. अपनी अपनी हॉबी को देखो. हॉबी अगर लाइक जिसको जो अच्छा लगता है वो करो. अगर कोई कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा है तो किसी ऐसे पॉजिटिव फ्रेंड से बात करो. डोंट टू टॉक विद एनी नेगेटिव पर्सन हु इज सेइंग मुझे डर लग रहा है, पता नहीं क्या होगा, मैं भूल रहा हूँ. ऐसे किसी भी फ्रेंड से बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है. इफ यू विल टॉक टू एनी ऑफ योर क्लासमेट और फार्मेसी फ्रेंड, he or she is going to speak like this way only. I would suggest you to have a call with your school friend or your neighborhood friend. Those people will really encourage you because सबकी वो लोग आपके लिए पॉजिटिव होंगे. Those people really know you well before, right? So ऐसे पॉजिटिव लोगों से बात करो. अपने क्लासमेट से इस टाइम कोई मत बात करो. This is for each and everyone. बट गवर्नमेंट का भी तो लॉस हुआ है कोविड में, तो वो कम से कम बच्चों को स्टाइपेंड देना चाहेगी ना. सी दिस इज समथिंग डिफरेंट टॉपिक. रियली आई रियली डोंट वांट टू टेक इट बिकॉज दिस इज रियली वेरी पॉलिटिकल थिंग. सो ऐसा नहीं है. स्टाइपेंड इज अनदर थिंग बिकॉज सारे कॉलेजेस में टाइम पे स्टाइपेंड नहीं आता है. वो आपको बाद में पता चलेगा. दैट इज डिफरेंट स्टोरी. बट फॉर नाउ government is trying to stabilize the situation by providing opportunities. Everything is going back to track and everything is much more explorable now than before. So it's not only about a stipend. Government अपने stipend save करके क्या कर लेगी अगर उन्हें आगे recruitment के लिए लोग नहीं मिलेंगे, डिग्री नहीं होगी, कॉलेज की सीट्स फुल नहीं होगी. So there are so many things and criteria on the basis of which this decision is being taken. So it's not only depends on stipend. कितने क्वेश्चन करने चाहिए? First you select your number whether you want to qualify. If you want to qualify 45 to 50, again saying this is same. And if you want to have a good rank, then 70 to 90. If you want to have a mediocre thing, then under 1000 it would be 50 to 60. Which subject can we concentrate more? For now, this is not the right time to ask this question. If you are asking this question regarding test, regarding paper, GPAT, then just mark yourself, rate yourself that in which subject you are very good and you have prepared very well. Each and every student have their own favorite subject and the most difficult subject. So rate yourself. Suppose if I take the name of Ecology, so rate yourself that out of 5, how much marks will you give to yourself? If you are giving 4 to yourself, then you should more concentrate on Ecology. If you are giving yourself 2 in pharmaceutics, that is, you should not take it very seriously during exam. So it's all about you, your preparation level. Only you know it well. No one knows it very well. Even I don't know your preparation level, so I won't comment on it. That on which specifically on which subject you should focus. The strategy is take a paper, write the name of the subjects and rate yourself out of 5. You will have your own list of preference and priority that on which subject you should focus more. What you think is an epileptic student will remember all the studied content of GPAT and will they pass that exam? Abhishek, if the case is of epilepsy, see, it is all about nervousness. If any student is having epilepsy, you better know, that student better know on which factors trigger his panic attacks, right? So that student must be, just a minute. Yeah. So that student must be knowing that their trigger factors, and one of the trigger factor is nervousness, the crowd, many other are factors. So I would just suggest you, yes, it really won't impact your recall and remembrance level until unless you ask until unless you let the factor to trigger yourself. That is why I am saying keep pinching yourself and stay confident, have the emotional balance. अगर थर्ड ईयर में क्लियर किया है तो वो होगा वैलिड, नहीं मेशुआ ये वैलिड नहीं होगा, आपको नेक्स्ट ईयर फिर से देना होगा, बट यस इट इज गोइंग टू बूस्ट योर कॉन्फिडेंस. If anyone feeling depressed, please take one more clobamide. Very good. At the end, you did very well, Vikas. So, guys, I have taken all the queries. If still anyone is having any query, please you can clearly ask. It's 9:45. एंड अभी आपके पास पूरी रात है, सोना आराम से सोना. आई नो इट इज गोइंग टू बी डिफिकल्ट. अगर नींद नहीं आ रही तो कुछ भी ऐसा करना जो आपको हैप्पी फीलिंग प्रोवाइड करे. कुछ भी ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट में नहीं बैठना, बुक्स लेके मत बैठो, हो गया जो होना था, जितना पढ़ना था पढ़ लिया. यू ऑल आर डन विद इट, यू रियली ऑल आर डन विद इट. सो अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता और जो होगा वो बहुत अच्छा होने वाला है, बिकॉज यू ऑल आर रियली डन विद इट. सो अभी आपको क्या करना है, अपने स्कूल फ्रेंड से बात करो, नेबरहुड से बात करो, अगर फैमिली से कंफर्टेबल हो उनसे बात करो. इन केस किसी को कुछ नहीं समझ आ रहा, कॉल मी, आई एम अवेलेबल फॉर यू थ्रू आउट द नाइट. सो कॉल मी, आई कैन मोटिवेट यू. इस तरह से आप किसी भी नेगेटिव पर्सन के सराउंडिंग में मत रहना. नींद आए तो सोना, नहीं आए तो ये भी सोच के परेशान नहीं होना कि नींद नहीं आ रही है, क्या करना है, राइट? And everything is going to be very very perfect. पेपर इजी आएगा, बिल्कुल डरने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप सब लोगों ने पढ़ाई की है, आप लोग 4 साल से फार्मेसी में हो और आपने प्रिपरेशन भी अच्छे से की है. बहुत इजी होगा, सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा होगा. जस्ट कीप पिंचिंग योरसेल्फ, स्टे कॉन्फिडेंट एंड अपना इमोशनल लेवल मेंटेन करना. नर्वसनेस को अपने पास आने भी नहीं देना है, बिल्कुल नहीं. स्पीक आउट योरसेल्फ. I am confident, I am emotional stable person, and I can take better decision. So, if anyone is still having any doubt, please ask. Ma'am, 3 ईयर तक वैलिड रहेगा जीपैट सर्टिफिकेट. यस अभिषेक, ये सर्टिफिकेट वैलिड रहेगा 3 ईयर तक, बट वो 3 ईयर आपके फाइनल ईयर से काउंट होंगे. अगर कोई स्टूडेंट फाइनल ईयर में एग्जाम क्वालिफाई करता है, उसके बाद के 3 ईयर, ये 3 ईयर का लॉजिक भी ये है कि स्टूडेंट को जब पीएचडी परस्यू करनी हो तो उसको जीपैट दोबारा से अटेंड ना करना पड़े. सो दिस इज द ओनली लॉजिक बिहाइंड दिस. एंड अगर आप कोई स्टूडेंट 3rd ईयर में क्वालिफाई कर लेता है तो उसका तो वो एमफार्म के लिए भी वैलिड नहीं होगा, बिकॉज एज पर एनटीए 3rd ईयर स्टूडेंट आर नॉट एलिजिबल टू अपीयर इन जीपैट. तो वो वहां पे आपकी एलिजिबिलिटी पे ही क्वेश्चन मार्क आ जाएगा. इसलिए फाइनल ईयर अगर कोई 3rd ईयर में क्वालिफाई कर भी ले रहा है, उसको फाइनल ईयर में करना ही पड़ेगा, राइट? एंड वी आर ऑलमोस्ट डन विद इट. या So I really wish you all the very best. Again, I am saying सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा होगा. Just keep the situation of COVID in your mind. सबको जरूरत है. Everyone has their own need, and paper will come easy. Stay confident, and I really wish you from the whole team Pharmaora, wish you very very good luck. सब लोग बहुत अच्छे से पेपर करना है. Stay happy. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. It was a really great number. Thank you so much.